It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Hope your day is off to a great start. I'm on location right now in the home office, still doing some social distancing to keep everybody safe. Hope you're staying safe as well. So we've been talking about music throughout the course of this week, and it's going to play a big role in today's show. We've got Live at Whirligig Stage, which will be an interview with the musician and a performance. So we'll have a lot of that coming up a little bit later in the show. Right now, I wanted to highlight one of my favorite albums, Sgt. Pepper's from the Beatles. Yeah, this one's in the record collection that gets played back there on that turntable. Anyway, okay, so let's get going on the show. We've got a lot of great stuff. We've got Fashion Friday coming your way and Let's Craft. So let's get to it. And I'll see you in a little bit here on the East Daily Download.
Add some color to your table or your party with a fabric garland. For this project, you'll need scissors, rope, and strips of material. I'm using ribbon, tulle, and fabric. Check out these clearance finds. I scored some deals for under $3. I cut the ribbon into strips, each piece measuring 32 inches. I follow with tulle before diving into the fabric quarters. I fold each quarter in half and snip strip after strip. My cardboard box filling up as I go. Next, I grab some rope and secure each end. Now it's time to craft the garland. Take each strip of fabric, fold it in half, creating a fabric loop at the top. Grab the tail of the strip, pull it all the way through the loop. Repeat this step for each strip until all are secured. Now your garland is ready to go. For this episode of Let's Craft, I'm Shayla Reeves.
Stay-at-home orders are creating a new spring fashion trend with a nod to 80s hair.
We're calling this mullet dressing, professional on top and then party on the bottom.
Mullet dressing is the new trend for spring 2020.
For sure.
Sarah LaFleur is the founder and CEO of the women's workwear brand LaFleur, one of many retailers now tailoring their brands to consumers who have nowhere to go. She says shoppers seeking advice on how to dress for virtual first dates and business Zoom meetings are making more online styling appointments.
It's been really fun, I think, for our customers to see that and also, say, okay, like just because I'm stuck at home 24/7, it doesn't need to be, my clothes don't also need to be stuck in the same thing 24/7.
Economic fallout from the pandemic has hit the retail industry especially hard, with clothing and accessories sales plummeting 50%.
There's certainly a backlog of inventory in many of the retailers because they had planned to sell this at this time. In fact, there's a lot of discounting going on online by these retailers to move this inventory.
But there are a couple of bright spots, including increased U.S. demand for loungewear like tracksuits, sweatpants, and robes. The casual wear line Z Supply has tie-dye sweatsuits flying off its digital shelves.
What trends do you think are going to be inspired by this time that we're spending at home?
We actually are pivoting pretty quickly here. I have a feeling that a lot of us are going to want things that are an easy way of layering and an easy way of protecting when we need it.
Several fashion brands have converted studios to make facial masks for healthcare workers, and designers expect a lasting impact on the industry and how people think about fashion.
Wanting that next it bag or those next pair of Gucci slip-ons kind of fell to the bottom of our priority list.
And I think a lot of our customers now are saying, okay, I don't need a lot of pieces, but I need a few pieces that are really meaningful to me.
And one of those meaningful pieces may just be the outfit you buy under stay-at-home orders, with the dreams of leaving the house eventually. For CBS News, I'm Caitlin Huey-Burns, New York.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day is going great so far. We still have a lot of ground to cover in today's show. We're going to get to that in just a second. We're going to have a new Let's Draw with Ashley and live at Whirligig Stage, a interview with a local musician and a performance. Sounds like a good time. Speaking of good time, I got this shirt on called the Hootin' Hollers. It's a band that I'm a big fan of out of the Midwest. They're kind of a blues rock band. Just wanted to highlight them and also talk about one of the best artist of all time, Pat Benatar, who should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but that's a whole other matter. So check Pat Benatar out as well. Okay, you know what else you should check out? The next story. Let's get to it, and I'll see you in a little bit here on the East Daily Download.
Whether you're winding down your Friday or just getting started, we want to share some positive stories with you to boost your morale. To kick off this Feel Good Friday, we head to Pittsburgh, PA, where one woman is doing her part by staying home. But she's running out of one very essential item. 93-year-old Olive Veronesi has been self-isolating at home, but recently she ran out of beer. Veronesi held up a whiteboard in the window with the words, "I need more beer," alongside of a can of her favorite brew, Coors Light. The image was widely shared on social media, leading Coors Light to respond on Twitter that beer is on the way. After that response, she received several cases of beer to last her quite a bit of time. Many people are finding ways to pass the time while home. This family got creative and made use of their time with household items and a ping pong ball. Their goal? To land the ball in the cup. And after many tries later, they finally got it, and well, their reaction was priceless.
Oh, what?
Facebook has become a way for religious leaders to reach worshipers with the coronavirus closing their churches. In Butler, Missouri, a local pastor accidentally delivered his daily devotional with Facebook filters on. And for 2.5 minutes, Pastor Scott Mowry had an assortment of cat ears and wizard hats on, entertaining his viewers. And the best part? He had no idea. It was not until he read the comments that he realized what was going on.
How'd I even do that? How's this happening? I'm not doing this. He did that on purpose. And my mom, who was talking to me later, she goes, "I know that face. You didn't know that was happening."
In Las Vegas, healthcare workers and first responders got a very special surprise last week, and it happened to come from up above in the sky. The Air Force Thunderbirds flew over the Las Vegas Valley and its nearly 18 hospitals to show their thanks for the people who are working every day to stop the spread of COVID-19. Hopefully one of these stories brought a smile to your face. For more, you can visit the online original page on WNCT.com. Reporting on Feel Good Friday, I'm Kelsey O'Donnell.
While COVID has turned out the lights on Broadway, it hasn't completely shut things down. Not if you head 50 blocks north to Broadway legend Brian Stokes Mitchell's neighborhood. There, each night, he leans out of his window and belts out one of his best to a mask-wearing, socially distancing audience.
This is my quest.
This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless no matter how far. I mean, what better lyrics are there?
You may know it as The Impossible Dream from The Man of La Mancha.
For a heavenly
But its full name actually includes 2 additional words. The Quest.
to this glorious quest.
It's not a song about trying to do the impossible. It's a song about trying, period. You don't cure the coronavirus until we first try.
It's also a reminder that things can get better from a man who knows. Mitchell had the virus 3 weeks ago.
I had a very high fever that went up to 104.8, and I lost my sense of taste and smell. It felt like I got hit by a truck.
Ryan Stokes Mitchell wants to express his gratitude.
There's this feeling of community, and we will get through this absolutely together.
And New Yorkers are just lucky. He doesn't simply want to say thanks. He wants to sing it.
Not one healthcare worker and first responder.
Jim Axelrod, CBS News.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Quick reminder, the WNCT mobile app available for free at the Google Play and the App Store allows you to watch this show on the go, at home, wherever you are, whenever you want. Also, you can get local news and first alert weather, so it's a great all-around tool. Also, WNCT.com under the Download tab will allow you to watch this or any episode of these daily downloads, so it's awesome. Okay, I've got my Black Keys shirt on here, another one of my favorite bands, and I wanted to highlight Bad Company. This album goes way back, and this tribute goes out to you, my friend Carrie, for our time with Bad Company way back in the day. Okay, so let's get back to the show. Got a lot of ground to cover, live at Whirligig Stage, musician performance coming up, but interview right now. Let's take a look.
Now downloading live at Whirligig Stage.
I'm Lauren Pate, and today I'm here with Brian Burke, Back Pocket Buddha. Could you tell me a little bit about where that comes from? I see your pocket Buddha down here.
When I was in another band and I was going through a hard time, my friend said, you better put that Buddha stuff in your back pocket and come out and be a real tiger. I was like, that would make a great band name. So I just started taking it on as like a stage name. You know, most of the greatest stories come from difficult times, and that was one of them.
Can you describe your sound for us a little bit?
My sound, I think it falls into place with like Americana, maybe. I'm all about keeping it, simple, just vocals and a guitar. And I think that's where it all begins.
I know you're originally from New York, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
That's right. So what brought you down to Eastern North Carolina?
Like most stories, it was about a girl. I followed a girl, and she got a teaching job, and I needed to finish school. So I came down here and transferred back in 1997, transferred to ECU. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud to be a New Yorker, but being here 22 years now, I've really grown into, I want to say, a transplanted Southerner. So.
Oh, love that. Love that.
I feel good about it.
You were at ECU for music therapy, right?
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right. You did your research. Look at
hey,
you.
yeah,
All right.
I tried.
Yeah, I went to school for music therapy, and I graduated in '99. There's so much more of the science that we have to study and understand, and that's what the field of music therapy is doing. It's really growing to be one of these holistic arts.
Who would you say some of your biggest influences have been?
Well, I grew up listening to classic rock. Led Zeppelin was probably one of my biggest influences. There's a lot of people in town here, too, that I'd like to work with. William Seymour, I'm sure you've heard of him.
I have, yeah.
That dude is phenomenal. He's an incredible songwriter, and I actually started covering one of his songs.
So what do you do outside of your music?
I work in the field of mental health, actually.
Okay. Everybody, stay tuned. We're here at Whirligig Stage, and we've got Brian Burke coming up later on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you for everything you have done.
Well,
normally when you open up Facebook, you're checking in on family and friends, but the coronavirus is actually pushing local leaders to embrace social media even more than they were, to try and give people ammunition to fight the illness.
This is an issue that is largely fought through information.
The COVID-19 pandemic.
If we have it, we're putting it out as fast as we can, because that's what people need. They need this fast, and they want, because it affects their lives.
City and county leaders are spreading that info through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and yes, even TikTok.
To be honest with you, if our research showed that MySpace would be a more effective tool, then we'd be signing up for an account tomorrow.
Onslow and Pitt are just two counties in the East holding news conferences through YouTube or Facebook Live to interact directly with their communities.
If we can successfully engage with the residents of our community to give them those tools of information, hopefully they can take that and be well informed to make the right decisions.
And the people are responding. Onslow County leaders say they've never seen engagement like this. Leaders hope the engagement continues even after the pandemic.
We do know this is going to take a little while, and we don't want to stop the conversation on some of these pressing issues that have been there before COVID-19.
Leaders have another message. They want people to make sure they check the sources of the articles they're reading on social media. That way they can tell the difference between real news and information versus rumors and misinformation. In Greenville, Madison Forsey, 9 on your side.
Now downloading Week in Review.
D Block, take 4.
Jake's is a men's clothing store located in Morehead City.
The small town has seen the damage of Hurricanes Florence and Dorian.
Find it. Good. Find it. Good.
Like many other people around the world, the jobs of ECU Athletics marketing and fan engagement look a bit different.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download special May the 4th Be With You Star Wars edition.
I'm Alicia Kellum, the Executive Manager here at Don Williamson Nissan. With recent health concerns, we wanted to share some ways to keep your vehicle clean. Disinfect all high-touch areas where there's most contact with bare skin, like the steering wheel, handles, lock buttons, seat belts and buckles, mirrors, radio dials, and climate control buttons. Sanitize your hands about every hour just to be safe, and listen to all the latest alerts from health officials. From all of us here at Don Williamson Nissan, stay safe. We're thinking of you.
WNCT.com, your one stop for local news and weather from across the East. Visit WNCT.com for details not in the newscast.
Hi, I'm Ashley and welcome to Let's Draw. Today I'm going to show you how to draw the night sky. Let's get started. First, we select the colors you'll use. You'll need 4 colors: white, deep blue, navy blue, and a dark purple. Next, we start layering the colors, starting with deep blue as it's the lightest. Then you follow with navy blue and then the deep purple. You can press down with your pencil so you can get a richer color. Then we use either the white pastel, paint, or gel pen to gently dot stars moving upward with a gradient. Next, we decide where we want our moon to be and what phase it should be. I'm going with the full moon, and I've blended out some white to make it glow. And there you have it. We have a night sky. If you want to give it a bit of more extra oomph, you can swipe your paint, pastel, or gel pen to make shooting stars across your sky. Send me your progress to my email below, or use my hashtag Let's Draw with Ashley on Facebook and Instagram. I'd love to see your art.
Well, that's going to do it for this week and this episode of the East Daily Download. Thank you so much for joining us throughout the course of the week. We really appreciate it. From me and all the East Daily Download players, thank you. We hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to take you out with a Foreigner t-shirt one last time. Big fan. Didn't even scratch the surface of actually my favorite band. but we'll get into that in another episode. Also wanted to bring up Live at Budokan. If you like live music, Cheap Trick, one of the best live albums of all time, check it out. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to play you out with Live at Whirligig Stage. So have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you real soon, like next week on the East Daily Download. Bye-bye.
Well, this is a song called Water, and it's kind of about going with the flow of life and how it's not always very easy. So, water, it flows right back to the sea, and seeds they will fall in order to keep its life sustained, and its only concern is life and living, just to grow and to learn. Yes, and how I wish my life could be like this, just going from moment to moment, and still I can seize each day as it comes my way.